today. This is the diesel heater and installing the heat exchanger that will be attached to this little beast here. This water tank here will be water that will be used for the shower, heated up by the heat exchanger, which will be coming from the diesel heater itself. This is all the ducting, all the electronics, and I'm going to try and make some sort of completion of this in the next day or so, and hopefully I can share with you what's happened. So let's give it a go. So here we have the diesel heater being looking at the position where it's going to be placed, and it may be that this is where we place this. I'm still sort of looking at this. My problem here is that I need to have cold air coming in. Hot air obviously is going to be coming out, but I want to divert the hot air into basically two options. That it would go through the heat exchanger to heat up the water, and also from there it comes into either the van or vented outside. So I'm going to have a cold that needs to come in and a hot that needs to go out, and a diversion, so it needs to actually come into the Canopy Camper when we want it to come in, when it's cold. So it'll heat up the shower and heat up the camper at the same time, or heat up the shower and then go out, because we don't want the heat to be coming into the camper. So that's the objective of where we want to put the heater and how we want to use it. Let's see how we get on. Up. Okay, I'm going to go underneath and have a look. I may need to cut away a section of this because of the length of the bolts on the actual diesel heater going through this area and through the floor in order to tighten up, but I'll check that in a little while. I'm just going to go underneath and check those holes and see what was next. So this is where the diesel heater is fixed to the truck bed, and you can see that I've connected the exhaust to the heater and the air intake, the fuel line. So we have the exhaust running to the back here, clamped at the side. The air intake is up here. I'll be looking to look for improvement on the clamps that I've used. And I've threaded the fuel line through the chassis there. I'm going to get a trunking to go over the fuel line, but it goes through the chassis, and you can see it coming out of the chassis there into the fuel pump, and you can see I've connected electrics to the fuel pump. Now the guidelines for this is that this should be at a 30 to 45 degree angle, and that's more to do with the fact they don't want air to get trapped inside. And then the fuel line will continue on, and more trunking to do. And I've got to be careful because of the exhaust system. Don't want to get too close to the exhaust system. So you can see the line comes out to the back of the pump, and fuel filter is up there, which will lead to the tank. Alright, so plumbing basically done, and some minor things to do, but let's have a little look first. So the idea is to put this water filter system in, plus a shower system in, and have the plumbing available to catch up to the water tank that's coming here. So the AluCab water tank will be fitted in a couple of weeks, and we can connect up the water to the tank. So water comes from the tank through the pump, through the accumulator, into the water filter system. The ultraviolet water sterilizer will need to be powered to 20 volt power, which will be happening when the battery gets fitted at the same time as the tank. And once the water is filtered, it comes out, and there is a tap, just a general tap at this stage. I'm going to neaten this up when we've got the cupboards fitted. I'll probably change the actual faucet to essentially have it available up on the side there, maybe keep it flexible to go outside, not sure, but eventually that will be allowing for the water to be filtered and access to drinking water. So that's there. And then shower unit itself. So here we go, which is attached to this separate 18 litre tank, which is yet to be finalised and fixed to a surface due to the framework cupboards. What actually happens is the diesel heater here is now fixed. The air comes through the heat exchanger, it carries on, and this diverter here can divert it back into the van or out through the back of the van. But as it goes through the heat exchanger, so there's a separate pump under there pumping the water from here, circulating around the heat exchanger back into the 18 litre tank, which will then come to this area here, which will be fixed up here and give access to the shower that can go outside, so a hot shower outside. So again, the water to top up this will come from the same fixture that's going to be added to the actual tank from the main AluCab tank. So the fixture will come down, tee off, separate taps here, tap for the water filter so I can isolate it, tap for the shower tank so I can isolate it. So it's only the electrics to do, and all that's going to be done at the same time. Got some of the wiring ready, and the diesel pump underneath ready. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks we will see some units around here and see what's next, and I'll give you an update.